and happy Mother's Day. Welcome to our second and hopefully our last Virtual Duckling Day. Thank you for welcoming us onto your screens and into your homes once again for our annual tradition. My name is Liz Visa, and I'm president of Friends of the Public Garden. We have worked for over 50 years with the city to care, renew, and advocate for the Boston Common, the Public Garden, and Commonwealth Avenue Mall. I want to particularly thank the Parks Department staff who have done heroic work this year, working to keep our parks clean and available as this time of COVID has made our parks such lifesavers for all of us. Thank you so much for that. Duckling Day is a beloved tradition over 30 years old, celebrating Mother's Day and the classic Make Way for Ducklings by Robert McCloskey. Part of the reason, I think, why Mrs. Mallard, both in the book and in the garden, so resonates with those of us who are parents is the care that she takes in finding the right home to keep her new ducklings safe and happy. In this past year, parents across New England have done heroic work to keep their children safe and happy amidst a constantly changing and uncertain environment. To say that it has been a challenging year is an understatement. Like Mrs. Mallard, each of you undoubtedly worry deeply about the impact on your kids. It is my hope that parks, from the Common and the Public Garden to neighborhood parklets and playgrounds, have been a refuge for your family during this difficult time. There's nothing like exploring a new outdoor space with a young child to reignite a sense of wonder and delight in all of us. Mrs. Mallard herself experienced that when she ventured with her ducklings from the Esplanade to the Public Garden. So to all the mothers celebrating this day, I salute you for your resiliency. On behalf of our greater Boston community, thank you for all you have done to care for our most precious asset, our future, your children. I look forward to welcoming you into the parks in the warm spring and summer days ahead, either with your little companions or catching a moment alone. So now is time to enjoy Duckling Day 2021. I hope you're in your costumes. I have mine on. We will enjoy a dramatic reading of Make Way for Ducklings by a star-studded cast, including a little friend who lives in the aquarium, and our very own well-loved Duckling Day MC, WCVB anchor Rhondella Richardson. After the reading, we'll be entertained with a new song from Karen Kay and the Jitterbugs, and then enjoy the tricks of Boston's best magician, Bonaparte. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce Her Honor, Mayor Kim JANEY, and I'm delighted to be able to say our first mayor who is also a mom and who understands the importance of parks in all of our lives. Welcome, Mayor JANEY.
Greetings, I'm Kim JANEY, Mayor of the City of Boston. I want to extend a warm welcome to the families on this annual Duckling celebration. I also want to wish all the moms a happy Mother's Day. I encourage you to safely get outside and enjoy the beautiful springtime weather and outdoor space in Boston. The nonprofit Friends of the Public Garden is an important partner with the City of Boston in its mission to renew, care, and advocate for the Boston Common, the Public Garden, and the Commonwealth Avenue Mall. These parks have been an integral part of Boston's identity for generations. Thank you for making these shared spaces part of your Mother's Day celebration.
Make Way for Ducklings by Robert McCloskey. Mr. and Mrs. Mallard were looking for a place to live, but every time Mr. Mallard saw what looked like a nice place, Mrs. Mallard said it was no good. There were sure to be foxes in the woods or turtles in the water, and she was not going to raise a family where there might be foxes or turtles, so they flew on and on. When they got to Boston, they felt too tired to fly any further. There was a nice pond in the Public Garden with a little island on it. The very place to spend the night, quacked Mr. Mallard. So down they flapped.
The next morning, they fished for their breakfast in the mud at the bottom of the pond, but they didn't find much. Just as they were getting ready to start on their way, a strange, enormous bird came by. It was pushing a boat full of people, and there was a man sitting on its back. "Good morning," quacked Mr. Mallard, being polite. The big bird was too proud to answer, but the people on the boat threw peanuts into the water, so the mallards followed them all around the pond and got another breakfast, better than the first.
"I like this place," said Mrs. Mallard as they climbed out on the bank and waddled along. "Why don't we build a nest and raise our ducklings right in this pond? There are no foxes and no turtles, and the people feed us peanuts. What could be better?" "Good," said Mr. Mallard, delighted that at last Mrs. Mallard had found a place that suited her. But, "Look out," squawked Mrs. Mallard all of a dither. "You'll get run over." And when she got her breath, she added, "This is no place for babies with all those horrid things rushing about. We'll have to look somewhere else."
So they flew over Beacon Hill and round the State House, but there was no place there. They looked in Louisburg Square, but there was no water to swim in. Then they flew over the Charles River. "This is better," quacked Mr. Mallard. "That island looks like a nice, quiet place, and it's only a little way from the public garden." "Yes," said Mrs. Mallard, remembering the peanuts. "That looks like just the right place to hatch ducklings."
So they chose a cozy spot among the bushes near the water and settled down to build their nest. And only just in time, for now they were beginning to molt. All their old wing feathers started to drop out, and they would not be able to fly again until the new ones grew in. But of course they could swim, and one day they swam over to the park on the riverbank. And there they met a policeman named Michael. Michael fed them peanuts, and after that, the mallards called on Michael every day. After Mrs. Mallard had laid 8 eggs in the nest, she couldn't go to visit Michael anymore, because she had to sit on the eggs to keep them warm. She moved off the nest only to get a drink of water, or to have her lunch, or to count the eggs and make sure they were all there.
One day, the ducklings hatched out. First came Jack, then Quack, then Lack, then Mack, then Knack, and Mac, and Pack and Quack. Mr. and Mrs. Mallard were bursting with pride. It was a great responsibility taking care of so many ducklings, and it kept them very busy. Look at here. One day, Mr. Mallard decided to take a trip to see what the rest of the river was like further on. So off he set. "I'll meet you in a week in the public garden," he quacked over his shoulder. "Take good care of the ducklings." "Don't you worry," said Miss Mallard. "I know all about bringing up children," she said. And she did.
She taught them how to swim and dive. She taught them to walk in a line, to come when they were called, and to keep a safe distance from bikes and scooters and other things with wheels. And when at last she felt perfectly satisfied with them, she said one morning, "Come along, children, follow me." Before you could wink an eyelash, Jack, Cack, Lack, Mack, Knack, Whack, Pack, and Quack fell into line just as they had been taught. Mrs. Mallard led the way into the water, and they swam behind her to the opposite bank.
There they waded ashore and waddled along till they came to the highway. Mrs. Mallard stepped out to cross the road. Honk, honk, went the horns of the speeding cars. Quack, went Mrs. Mallard as she tumbled back again. Quack, 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 went Jack, Cat, Lack, Mack, Knack, Owack, Pack, and Quack, just as loud as their little quackers could quack.
The cars kept speeding by and honking, and Mrs. Mallard and the ducklings kept right on quack, quack, quacking. They made such a noise that Michael came running, waving his arms and blowing his whistle.
He planted himself in the center of the road, raised one hand to stop traffic, and then beckoned with the other, the way policemen do, for Mrs. Mallard to cross over. As soon as Mrs. Mallard and the ducklings were safe on the other side and on their way down Mount Vernon Street, Michael rushed back to his police booth. He called Clancy at headquarters and said, "There's a family of ducks walking down the street." Clancy said, "Family of what?" "Ducks," yelled Michael. "Send a police car, quick!"
Meanwhile, Mrs. Mallard had reached the corner bookshop and turned into Charles Street with Jack, Cack, Lack, Mack, Knack, Uwack, Pack, and Quack all marching in line behind her.
Everyone stared. An old lady from Beacon Hill said, "Isn't it amazing?" And the man who swept the street said, "Well now, ain't that nice?"
And when Mrs. Mallard heard them, she was so proud she tipped her nose in the air and walked along with an extra swing in her waddle.
When they came to the corner of Beacon Street, there was the police car with 4 policemen that Clancy had sent from headquarters. The policemen held back the traffic so Mrs. Mallard and the ducklings could march across the street, right into the public garden.
Inside the gate, they all turned around to say thank you to the policeman. The policeman smiled and waved goodbye. When they reached the pond and swam across to the little island, there was Mr. Mallard waiting for them, just as he had promised.
The ducklings liked the new island so much that they decided to live there. All day long, they followed the swan boats and ate peanuts. And when night falls, they swim to their little island and go to sleep. The end.
Wow, that was a unique reading of a classic story. Thank you so much to all of our wonderful readers. And now I want to welcome the entertainment portion of the day. I hope you will shake your tail feathers and dance along with Karen Kay and the Jitterbugs performing Do the Duck, followed by a magic show from Bonaparte with his magic duck.
Hi everybody, I'm Karen Kay from Karen Kay and the Jitterbugs, and boy am I excited to be with you here today for Duckling Day. It's not a parade without dancing. So today, to kick off the festivities, I thought we could do some dancing like ducks. The first thing we're going to do is waddle. Can you show me your very best waddle? Hey, that was terrific! The second thing we're going to do is flap our wings. Get your wings up and flap, flap, flap. Excellent flapping, friends. The third thing we're going to do is find our tail feathers and give them a shake. The last thing we're going to do is go for a swim. Get your tiny duck feet ready and show me how you swim. Last but not least, we'll put them all together. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, everybody. go. Let's start with waddling. We like to waddle around together. We like to waddle around together. La 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 la. We like to flap our wings together. We like to flap our wings together. La 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 la. We like to shake our tails together. We like to shake our tails together. La 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 la. We like to go for a swim together. We like to go for a swim together. La 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 la. Okay, everybody, now let's put them all together and do the duck. We like to do the duck together. We like to do the duck together. La 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 la. La 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 la.
This is a really good book, guys. I want to really thank you guys for recommending it to me. It's excellent. Okay, because this is one of my favorite parts. Oh, hi, kids. I was just reading one of my favorite new books, Make Way for Ducklings. My duckling friends recommended this book to me. They told me that it is a sizzling page turner. I have to agree. I've only read the first half, and I can already say that Make Way for Ducklings is the hottest kids book around about ducks. The hottest kids book about ducks. Anyway, kids, it's me, your friend, Bonaparte the Magician, and I am delighted to join you in celebration of Duckling Day. Hey, do you guys like magic? Awesome. I love magic. But first, guys, before I do a magic trick, we have a special treat. In honor of Duckling Day, we have a super duper special surprise guest for you. My good friend Quack the Duck will join us to perform his famous Find the Card trick. So I will do magic, plus Quack the Duck will do magic. But guess what, kids? There's even more fun. The 60-second duck joke challenge. That's right. Before I introduce Quack to perform his cool card trick, I, Bonaparte, will try to break the world's record for telling the most duck jokes in 60 seconds. The current record is 5 jokes in 60 seconds. So my goal is to try to beat that by telling 6 duck jokes or puns in 60 seconds. That's 1 minute. So kids, feel free to cheer me on and see if you can spot and count each duck joke as I tell it. Okay, kids, I'll be right back with my good friend Quack the Duck in 3, 2, 1. All right, folks, as promised, I'm back with my good friend and fellow magician, Quack the Duck. Everybody say, hi, Quack. Quack says hi. Hey, Quack, all of the other ducklings, the audience, the families out there, and I, we're all looking forward to seeing the amazing magic trick, the card trick you're going to do for us in just a few minutes. But first, are you ready to help me with the 60-second duck joke challenge? You are? Awesome. You know how it works. I will try to tell you, the audience, the ducklings, 6 jokes in 60 seconds or less. If I succeed, I break the world record and they'll throw a big party for me. You ready? Okay, great. Judges, are you with us? Awesome. Families, you ready? Great. let's start the 60-second countdown timer now. You know, kids, a lot of people don't know this, but I've known Quack since before he was born. In fact, his parents and I were so close that they let me name him. I named him Quack after my doctor. Or should I say, Ductor. So Quack, what do you do for fun? Oh, you like to watch TV. What are your favorite types of programs? I should have guessed, documentaries. So what else do you do in your spare time? Your mom told me that you tried to start an all-duck basketball team, but it didn't work out. What happened? The referee said there were too many fouls. I said there were going to be a lot of jokes, not good jokes. Quack, after the show, let's order some takeout from that new restaurant that opened up down the street. You know the one, Quacker Barrel. And since it's your turn to treat, I'll tell them to put it on your bill. But, hey, Quack, look, I think we did it. I think we must have broken the world record. We must have successfully. Thank you. Thank you guys in the audience. Thank you, ducklings. Thank you, Quack. I couldn't have done it without your help. So, kids, without further ado, Quack and I will be right back for his amazing magic trick. See you in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Guys have seen amazing magicians like me, Bonaparte, do magic, but have you ever seen a duck do magic? Well, my good friend Quack the Duck is going to do his world famous card trick coming up in 2 seconds. I think that's now. Now, kids, you guys know how card tricks work, right? This is going to be a little different because we use not one deck of cards, but 2 decks of cards. This deck of cards has a blue back, but all the cards are mixed up. They're all shuffled. They're all different. And like Bonaparte, they shuffle them a little bit more here. In fact, let's give them a good shuffle. Make sure that all the cards are completely mixed up. So see, Bonaparte's dropping the cards all over the floor because I can't shuffle very well. Okay, now guys, we'll put that into Quack's little feeding box there. And then that's the blue deck. Now, this is the red deck, see? It's all red on the back, but the cards are still all mixed up. They're all shuffled. So what I'm going to do is get somebody out there to pick a card. Since I can't go like that and say pick a card, what I'll do is I'll deal out cards until that person says stop. Who wants to volunteer to pick the card? Is that Karen? Okay, let's put Karen up there. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
This is my friend Quack. Say hi, Quack.
Hi, Quack.
Quack is going to do his cool trick. Here's the way this works. You're going to see, like I showed you, the cards are all mixed up, right? We already shuffled up his blue deck, and now we're going to use your red deck to pick a card. I'm going to deal out cards onto the table. At any point you decide, you say stop, and we'll go with that card. I'll put it in a little stand. Everybody will be able to see what it is. Does that sound like a good plan, Karen?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to start dealing out the cards right now, and you just say stop anytime.
Stop.
Right there. Now, Karen, just to make sure it's fair, do you mean stop at the cards I put down, or do you want the next card that I've got in my hand still? Which one?
The one you put down.
The one I put down. Okay, so that is this card. I'm going to pick it up, kids, but I don't want Quack to see it, okay? So we'll try to keep it a surprise so Quack won't see it. Can you guys see the card? Does everybody see what it is? If you don't remember, try to remember the number or the shape or something, okay? All right. Okay, kids, our audience volunteer has selected a card from the red deck. So now Quack the Duck is going to try to find the matching card in the blue deck that we've already shuffled up and mixed up. So guys, we just have to help Quack along by saying the magic chant. So everybody repeat after me. Say, "Oh, magic Quack, we know for you it's not hard. So please reveal the magic card." And everybody say, "Have-a-da, have-a-da, have-a-da." Oh, Quack grabbed the card out of the blue deck just like that. You're so quick. Let's see if it's the right card. It is. It's the Two of Hearts, just like the card selected by our audience volunteer. Quack, you're the best magician ever. Give Quack a round of applause, you guys. How do you do these things? Well, kids, coming right up will be the big finale, so don't go away. Okay, kids, I'm back for the last trick, the big finale. On the count of 3, I'll remove the handkerchief of mystery. You kids count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Now for the big finale, I'm going to use a traditional magic wand, black with white tips. But you guys can get anything at all like a magic wand. You can get a crayon, a plastic spoon, or a straw. Or if you don't have anything at all, you just use your hands. You guys ready? We have the magic paper, we have a magic wand, and I have all the energy from all of you kids. So repeat after me. Icky, wicky, wacky. Don't smoke tobacco. Alakazam, alakazir. Make something nice up here. And everybody wave your magic wands and say really loud, say, have-it-a, have-it-a, have-it-a. Whoa. Let's see, give it a tap. Let's see what happens. Look, guys, it's my friend, Whiskers the Bunny. I had no idea you were coming to the magic show, Whiskers. Oh, yeah, I know you and Quack are good friends. Well, guys, this is my good friend, Whiskers the Bunny. He came to join us in a celebration of Duckling Day. You just get cuter every day, Whiskers. Anyway, guys, I'm Bonaparte. Thanks for joining us.
What a wonderful show. Thank you so much, Karen Kay and Bonaparte. That was just terrific. And thank you all for joining us for this Virtual Duckling Day. Before you leave to enjoy the rest of the day, we want to show you a wonderful collection of photos that many of you have shared with us of your special moments celebrating Duckling Day. And I can't wait, we all cannot wait to welcome you back onto the Common for Mother's Day, May 8th, 2022. Thank you so much. And again, happy Mother's Day.
This book is a tribute to the people of Boston. It is also a record of the life of the city and of our country over the past decades. It is a testament to the power of public art. People started adorning the ducks with holiday decorations and symbols of Boston pride. And a new Boston tradition took off.